Welcome back to the Deep Dive. If you're joining us today, this dive is for you if your weeks often end with a sigh of relief on Friday, followed immediately by that famous dangerous thought, I deserve this.
Oh, that's the one. That's the thought that starts it all.
It really is. You start the weekend exhausted, you indulge, and then by the time Sunday night rolls around, you're just staring at your bank balance, overwhelmed and wondering where exactly did all the money go?
And that's the defining experience of modern financial stress, isn't it? The weekend is supposed to be restorative, but for so many of us, it just becomes this high-cost escape mechanism.
Exactly. It's the cycle of doom, right? You start with a perfectly innocent brunch, maybe a trip to Target where you somehow buy $20 worth of things you didn't need.
It's never just one thing at Target.
Never. Amazon drops off a couple of packages and suddenly that planned weekend reset has morphed into, weekend regret. That feeling of losing control over your money on your days off is just incredibly common.
It is. It's the financial black hole of the off days. We can be so good at budgeting or saving during the 9 to 5.
So structured.
Yeah, but when that structure disappears on Saturday morning, chaos just takes over and the budget leaks become floods.
Well, today we are diving deep into how to fix that. We're calling this deep dive Weekend Rich Habits. 7 small things that change your money game.
I love that framing.
And I really want to emphasize, we are not talking about 5-hour spreadsheets or, making a vow of silence and deprivation.
No, thank goodness.
This is about tiny, repeatable moves. Things you can do on Saturday or Sunday that might take an hour or so total across the whole weekend. That quietly, consistently transform your financial life over months and years. These are the small actions that build tremendous momentum.
And that momentum is what carries you through the inevitable chaotic week. The whole goal is to set up systems when you're rested so they can carry you when you're tired.
To help us navigate these 7 habits, I've brought on an expert who specializes in exactly this, the intersection of human behavior and money systems. She's a habits coach focusing on busy individuals, often millennials and Gen Z, who, like so many of us, find that the weekend is their biggest financial hurdle. She helps them turn those off days into a gentle financial reset.
Thank you so much for having me. I have to admit, I feel personally attacked by the phrase weekend regret.
I think we all do. It's a self-drag for everyone, for sure.
Absolutely. I lived that life. I perfected the Friday stress, Saturday swipe, Sunday existential crisis loop. I spent my early 20s in Portland, and while I wasn't making these massive, irresponsible purchases, the compounded effect of constant small weekend spending was just devastating. I was always thinking I deserved that extra coffee or that third drink or that little item on sale, and every single month I felt poor despite having a decent job.
You mentioned hitting a wall. What was the catalyst that made you transition from, queen of the swipe to habits coach?
It was a very typical American moment of unexpected expenses hitting all at once. My rent went up significantly, and then my car needed major sudden repairs.
Oh, the double whammy.
It was. And I looked at my bank account and just realized there was no cushion, despite earning enough to have one. The frustration was so intense, I realized that my weekday saving efforts were completely negated by my weekend consumption patterns. I couldn't keep hoping, future me would figure it out with zero plan.
That moment of reckoning is so important.
It is. So I started experimenting. I knew I couldn't sustain some massive overhaul. So I introduced these tiny routines, a 20-minute money check-in, actively looking for one subscription to cancel, 1 hour dedicated to something productive for my career. And honestly, I was shocked. Over about 18 months, those small 20-minute routines made a huge difference.
Really?
Yeah. Built an emergency fund, my debt stabilized, and most importantly, the shame and anxiety around money just dropped to almost zero because I finally felt like I was in control, even if the progress was slow.
And that is the key distinction here. This isn't a quick fix. This is about establishing 7 things that actually work over time because they require minimal effort but provide maximum compounding results.
Exactly. We're aiming for reality, not for perfection.
So let's formally define this for everyone listening. What precisely are weekend rich habits?
Okay, so weekend rich habits are small, repeatable actions you do on your days off, Saturdays, Sundays, whatever your off days are. And they have to follow 3 basic principles to be sustainable.
Okay.
1, they require minimal time. 2, they integrate smoothly into your actual life, with your social plans. And 3, Their compounding effect leads to more savings, better systems, less chaos, and just profound feeling of financial control. We're trying to turn the weekend from a financial liability into a foundational asset.
So we're kind of changing the purpose of the weekend slightly, but without getting rid of the fun.
Absolutely. We're asking for a shift from weekends being only escape mode to being mostly fun, but with a small, intentional block built in for self-care and future preparation.
How much time are we really talking about?
If we calculate the total time, we are asking for maybe 60 to 90 minutes of focused activity out of, 46 to 48 hours of free time. That tiny investment yields massive returns in reduced weekly stress.
And crucially, the habits have to be sustainable. If the habit requires the listener to suddenly become a hyper-organized, deeply frugal person...
It's dead on arrival.
Yeah.
Correct. If it requires a completely new personality, it's a fantasy. Sustainability is the central measure of whether a habit is rich or not.
Okay, let's get into the specifics. Habit number 1 is foundational. You call it the 20-minute weekend money check-in. What's the purpose? And how do we make sure this 20 minutes doesn't turn into a self-flagellating panic session?
Right. This is your essential weekly money dashboard moment. The purpose is awareness without judgment. You have to pick one specific time, Saturday morning with coffee, or Sunday afternoon, and sit down with your money on purpose in a ritualized way.
I want to focus on that on-purpose distinction. Because I think a lot of people check their balance, but it's nervously, quickly, late at night, or right before they swipe a card. This is different.
It is completely different. It's an act of empowerment, not avoidance. And we need to control the environment. So, step 1, set the vibe.
Okay.
Seriously, treat this like self-care. Clear your physical space. Put on some music you enjoy. Nothing aggressive or stressful. Maybe grab an iced tea. You are signaling to your nervous system. This is a calm, scheduled check-in, not an emergency. We have to disassociate money management from stress and shame.
Okay, vibe set. But what happens when I open the app and see a balance that makes me physically anxious? How do I actually avoid the spiral?
That's the critical piece of the next step. Step 2, open your core accounts, checking, savings, credit cards. The instruction here is to simply observe. Just look. You look at the number, you breathe, and you tell yourself. The number is just information. It is not my identity. I am simply gathering data. This step is often the biggest win for people, especially for those who practice financial avoidance. If you could sit there for 20 minutes and look without spiraling, you've already won. You're replacing fear with data collection.
That's a powerful psychological reframing. So once we've gathered the data, what's the structure for the analysis?
Step 3 involves 3 structured questions. They're designed to move you forward, not backward. Question 1, what's coming out this week? Focus on immediate future obligations, rent, utilities, upcoming auto charges, known minimum payments.
The predictable stuff.
Exactly. Question 2, are there any surprises I need to handle? Look for that one annual bill hitting soon, an odd charge on your statement that needs investigation, or a free trial that's about to roll over into a paid subscription.
The free trial trap.
Always. And that question 3, what's one small money win I want this coming week?
One small, achievable win. Why is that specific, realistic focus so important?
Because if you aim to fix everything, pay off all your debt, save $1,000, cut all spending, you guarantee failure. If you aim for one realistic win, I'm moving $25 to my investment account, or I will bring lunch from home 3 times, or I'll pay $10 extra toward that small credit card, you stack small successes. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence is essential for long-term adherence.
And step 4 ensures we actually act on the data, not just observe it.
Correct. Step 4, make one tiny adjustment before you close the app. Do one concrete thing. If you decided to transfer that $25, do it now. If you realized a bill reminder was needed, set it. If you spotted a weird charge, open the dispute form. Act. Don't let inertia kill the momentum.
For the final step.
Step 5 is crucial. Close with self-affirmation. Thank yourself. I showed up for myself today, or I'm taking care of future me. Then you are done for the weekend.
Let's project this forward for the listener. If someone does this check-in consistently for, say, 6 months, what's the compounding effect? Because on day 1, it feels minuscule.
Oh, it is transformative. Month 1, it's awkward, there's a little fear, but you know your immediate cash flow for the first time.
Okay.
Month 3, less surprise. You found a couple of subscriptions to kill, and those small wins, the little $20 transfers, are stacking up into a small buffer. By month 6, the biggest impact is emotional. Anxiety is vastly reduced because you have real-time knowledge. You're catching annual bills before they derail you. You're actively transferring money before you spend it. The avoidance mindset is replaced by an awareness mindset, and that is where true control begins.
It's like turning the lights on in that messy room. You might not clean the whole room at once, but you can see the trip hazards and you can start on one corner.
Precisely. You shift from running away from the mess to managing it proactively.
Moving to habit number 2, which is about leveraging the weekend for long-term success. Weekend autopilot. This is using the weekend to set up systems that prevent reliance on tired willpower during the week.
Yes. We call the weekend Systems Day. The core principle here is prevention. During the week, you will be tired, you will be stressed, and you will forget things. Relying on perfect manual decisions every day is a guaranteed path to failure.
So we use our good weekend brain to help our tired weekday brain.
Exactly. We use the rested, calm energy of the weekend to automate success.
What are the 3 key automations we should be checking or fixing during this block of time?
First, automatic transfers to savings. Use the weekend to sit down, log into your banking portal, and set up a recurring, non-negotiable transfer. For instance, $50 every time you get paid. It must move automatically from checking to savings. If you don't see the money, you won't spend it.
Pay future self first, non-negotiable.
Exactly. Second, automatic deposits into investing. This is huge leverage. If you have an employer-sponsored retirement plan, use your weekend block to log into the 401k portal, which is usually a cumbersome, stressful thing to do on a Tuesday, and review your contribution rate. Can you bump it from 3% to 4%? Yeah, that small 1% increase compounds exponentially over decades. If you have a separate Roth IRA or brokerage account, set up a recurring monthly contribution, even if it's just $50 on the first of the month.
That seems like an action that takes maybe 15 minutes on a Saturday, but it determines thousands and thousands of dollars in future wealth.
It is the highest leverage activity possible. And third, automatic bill payments for core necessities. Check your rent, mortgage, utilities, insurance, and minimum debt payments. Ensure they're set to auto pay. And, crucially, that the due dates are aligned to hit immediately after your paycheck arrives. The biggest cause of late fees and overdrafts is misalignment. The bill hits 3 days before the cash does. Correcting this on the weekend eliminates weekly anxiety.
So you're spending maybe 45 minutes on the weekend being the CEO of your money systems, making sure the factory runs smoothly for the entire week so you basically never have to think about it again.
That is the goal. We want the system to be this benevolent machine that works even when you're too busy, tired, or distracted to pay attention.
Let's go back to Daniel in Chicago. We introduced him earlier as someone who was, erratic with his spending. When he implemented this autopilot habit, what was the tangible shift in his week-to-week reality?
Well, before, Daniel would manually pay bills, sometimes forgetting the electric bill, which led to a late fee. He'd save if he felt rich at the end of the month, which was almost never.
I know that feeling.
Right. After implementing weekend autopilot, he spent one Sunday just customizing his systems. He set up the $30 automatic transfer to savings every payday. He bumped his 401k contribution. And he specifically set his internet and minimum credit card payment to pull 3 days after his direct deposit.
And the result?
The result. He eliminated $25 a month in late fees and missed payments, and $60 a month started silently building his savings and investment accounts. The key wasn't better willpower. It was a better system that protected him from his own chaotic schedule.
That protection is just incredibly valuable.
It is. It's peace of mind.
All right. Habit number 3 is the one that feels like immediate gratification, which is rare in personal finance. The subscriptions and leaks sweep the hunt for money goblins.
Yes, the monthly treasure hunt. We treat this as a fun, non-stressful mission to find those recurring charges that are quietly draining our cash flow without providing current value. These are the classic set it and forget it leaks.
Walk us through the 5-step sweep in detail. How does a listener make sure they catch all the tiny leaks?
Okay, step 1, gather the data. Pull up your last month's consolidated transactions, credit card, and checking. This requires the discipline you built in habit 1, the check-in.
Got it.
Step 2, identify recurring charges. Look for anything that hits on a monthly or annual basis that you didn't specifically set up for necessities. This isn't just Netflix. It's the old VPN service, a forgotten cloud storage from a previous job, the app that charges $4.99 a month.
The gym membership from the place you moved away from?
Yes. Or the Patreon support for a creator you stopped following a year ago.
I think we all have a $4.99 charge we couldn't even name if pressed.
Absolutely. Those are the sneakiest leaks because they're small enough to ignore. So step 3 is the usage test. Ask yourself, did I use this? Or did it provide meaningful value in the last 30 days? If the answer is no, or you have to think hard about it, it is a candidate for cancellation. Be ruthless with those ghost services.
And step 4 is the execution. Cancel at least one.
Yes, cancel one. Free up that cash, $10, $15, $25.
Yeah.
Now, step 5 is the most crucial part that most people miss. The crucial redirection.
Okay, what's that?
Do not let that freed up money just sit in your checking account because you will simply spend it elsewhere. Immediately redirect the exact amount saved into savings or investing. If you just saved $15 a month by canceling a streaming service, set up a new $15 monthly auto transfer right then and there.
Oh, I love that. So you're not just cutting a cost, you're creating an automatic income stream for your future self.
It completely transforms the action. It stops being about deprivation and starts being about financial optimization. You are converting wasted money into future wealth.
And over time.
Doing this sweep monthly or quarterly can often free up $40 to $60 a month without changing your current lifestyle one bit. Over a year, that's hundreds of dollars effortlessly redirected into building a cushion.
That is the compounding win we keep coming back to.
Yes, they're little drips of water, but they fill the bucket eventually.
Let's take a breath here and connect the first 3 foundational habits. We have awareness with the check-in, systems with autopilot, and stopping the outflow with the sweep. How do these 3, when you stack them, create immediate stability?
They create the basic plumbing system for your financial life. They stop the bleeding and they set up the infrastructure.
Okay.
Look at me in Dallas. When she started, she was living paycheck to paycheck and just stressed about making okay money that vanished. She commits to just these 3 habits for 3 months.
Walk us through Mia's small but powerful momentum build.
Okay, so weekend 1, she endures the check-in ritual, which is stressful at first. She then immediately sets up a $20 auto transfer every payday and cancels one old $15 subscription, redirecting that money. So by the next payday, $35 is automatically moving toward her emergency fund.
Wow, okay.
By month 3, she's done 12 check-ins, so her financial picture is clear. She's found 2 more small leaks to cancel, raising her passive savings to $65 a month. Most critically, because she's checking weekly, she sees bills coming and acts on them. She doesn't have that stomach drop moment when she sees an unexpected deduction.
And she still has brunch. She still has a social life. But now $65 a month is automatically working for her, and her stress levels are way down because she has visibility.
That is the perfect summary. She didn't become a different person, she just implemented low-friction systems that protected her from her human nature. She dedicated maybe 75 minutes of her weekend to achieve that stability.
That makes the shift from chaos to control feel truly attainable. All right, let's transition now into the habits that protect your week and grow your resources. Habit number 4, meal and week planning to kill emergency takeout. I need a strong bridge here because people often think cooking is just about diet, not about wealth. Why is meal planning such a potent, rich habit?
That's a great question, and here is the key connection. Meal planning is a powerful financial habit because a lack of planning turns into expensive, reactive spending.
Right.
When you get home at 7:30 p.m. on a Tuesday, stressed and hungry, you don't make a rational financial decision. You default to the path of least resistance ordering takeout, which comes loaded with delivery fees, tips, and convenience surcharges. The habit exists purely to prevent that tired, panicked, high-cost decision point.
And we have to reiterate, we're not aiming for the perfect, elaborate influencer kitchen. This is simple, actionable planning.
Exactly. This is 30 to 45 minutes on Sunday, resulting in 3 key actions: planning 2 or 3 basic dinners, writing a specific grocery list, and executing 1 efficient grocery run. That is it.
Let's analyze Taylor's current situation to quantify the leak.
Taylor's typical. They work full-time, and their default pattern is 3 nights of takeout or drive-through per week because they lack ingredients or a plan. Each order averages $30 to $40 after fees.
Ooh.
Yeah, that means Taylor is spending $90 to $120 weekly on unplanned food panic. Over a month, that's up to $480.
That is a staggering amount of money just evaporating into delivery fees.
It is the single biggest budget leak for most singles and couples in the U.S. The solution for Taylor is simple. Sunday afternoon, 15 minutes of planning. They decide on tacos, pasta with jarred sauce, and a sheet pan chicken and veggies.
The classic.
The classics. They check their fridge, make a list, and spend 20 minutes doing a grocery run based only on that list.
The goal isn't to pre-cook everything, just to ensure that the core ingredients are sitting there waiting for tired Tuesday Taylor.
Right. You are setting up a minimum viable path to dinner. Now, on Tuesday when Taylor is tired, the decision isn't DoorDash or cook a 5-star meal. The decision is DoorDash or heat up the chicken and pasta ingredients already sitting on the counter. You eliminate the inertia that leads to spending.
Let's expand on the money-saving aspect of the grocery trip itself, which is often a source of leakage. What should the listener focus on at the store?
This is where we maximize the savings. Use that weekend time to check store apps for digital coupons before you shop. Look specifically for bulk deals on freezer staples, rice, beans, frozen vegetables, or items that can be stretched across multiple meals like a whole chicken.
Okay.
And critically, only buy what is on the list related to your 3 or 4 planned meals. Avoid the spontaneous, I deserve this items in the impulse aisles.
So if Taylor successfully reduces their takeout from 3 nights to just 1 night a week, we're talking about freeing up $60 to $80 weekly.
Exactly. Even if they only redirect $150 of that freed up money into their savings every month, that is a massive life-changing financial lever achieved without feeling deprived, because they're still eating decent food. The trade-off is $150 in fees and mediocre food for $150 in savings and healthy home-cooked meals.
But what about the listeners who genuinely despise cooking? How do they adhere to this habit without driving themselves crazy?
Keep it ridiculously simple but specific. If you hate cooking, your meal plan is: buy a rotisserie chicken, a large bag salad, and some pre-made rice packets. Or maybe you utilize frozen meals that you genuinely like and only require microwaving, but you buy them in bulk on Sunday when you're calm, not when you're hungry and desperate on a weeknight.
So the goal is just good enough food ready to go.
Exactly. The money goal supersedes the culinary goal.
I appreciate that permission to just be good enough. That shifts the motivation entirely.
It's a behavioral strategy, not a cooking lesson.
All right. Habit number 5 is where we start playing offense, the 1-hour future income block. You mentioned there's a limit to cost cutting, so this hour is dedicated to maximizing earning potential.
This is the highest leverage habit. We dedicate one actual, focused, uninterrupted hour on the weekend to income generation or career advancement. This stops being passive and becomes active. We are building a valuable asset, our career, and income systematically.
I need to introduce some listener skepticism here, which is often warranted. I can hear people saying, I'm already exhausted from work. Isn't 1 hour on LinkedIn totally useless if I don't have a specific career plan? How do I make sure this hour isn't just busy work?
That is the right question to ask. If the hour is spent scrolling aimlessly, it is useless. The hour must be focused and specific. If you are currently employed, the focus is research and preparation. Your specific tasks should include updating your resume with 1 new accomplishment from the last quarter.
Okay, that's tangible.
Researching the average salary range for your current role in your city. You need hard data to know if you're underpaid, or drafting the practice conversation script for a raise.
That focus makes the hour actionable. You walk away with a tangible output, not just a feeling of having done something.
Yes. Or if you're looking to change roles, the focus might be researching 1 or 2 specific job titles you aspire to and applying to one of them. For those looking at side hustles or education, the hours should be spent taking a free, valuable online course like one on basic Excel skills, digital marketing, or a certification relevant to your field. Or, drafting an introductory email to 3 potential freelance clients you found during your research.
That 1 hour a week doesn't feel like much, but over a year, that's 48 hours dedicated to professional development. That's massive.
But it creates tremendous leverage. Most people spend 0 focused time on their future income. You are essentially creating a full work week of strategic development time annually.
Let's bring back Brianna, the client who is underpaid in customer service. Tell us again how that 1 focused hour led to an $8,000 raise.
Brianna's transformation was purely due to consistency. She was too tired after her job-to-job search, which is why she stayed stuck. So we scheduled 10 to 11 a.m. every Sunday for this block.
Okay.
She wasn't applying to 10 jobs a week. She dedicated the first few weeks to research, finding specific job descriptions that paid more, and updating her resume using professional keywords.
Yeah.
By week 6, she was consistently applying to 1 relevant role during that hour. By week 9, she landed a new role, making $8,000 more per year. The time commitment was 9 hours total, leading to an $8,000 annual return.
That is the definition of leverage. You can cut costs all you want, but nothing competes with growing your top-line income.
It is the ultimate rich habit. For listeners who have good income already, the hour can shift focus. Exploring fractional work opportunities, starting a small consulting project, or preparing for a managerial certification. The principle is, make sure some of your free time is focused on growth.
It's so smart how these habits balance habit 4, reduces the outflow, and habit 5 aggressively works on the inflow.
They work in synergy. You plug the leaks first, then you turn up the faucet.
Before we move to the final 2 habits, let's address the inevitable feeling of overwhelm. We've covered 5 structured activities. If a listener tries to implement all of this on their next Saturday, they will fail spectacularly.
Oh, absolutely. So let's be crystal clear. You are not supposed to start all 7 habits at once. That is a recipe for instant burnout. If you try to overhaul your life in a weekend, you will be back to the chaos cycle by next Thursday. Consistency always beats intensity.
So what's the concrete guidance for starting small?
Start microscopic. Pick 1 or 2 habits that feel the least painful or maybe the most empowering. For example, habit 1, the 20-minute check-in, is foundational because it provides clarity. You could pair that with habit 3, the subscription sweep, because it provides quick wins and immediate cash.
Okay.
Once those 2 feel ingrained, maybe after 4 to 6 weeks, then you stack habit 2, autopilot, on top of that foundation.
And what if the listener genuinely has 0 free time on Sunday, perhaps due to family commitments? Can these habits be fractured even further?
Yes, flexibility is key. If you have 2 kids and a packed schedule, your weekend-rich habits happen in 10 or 15-minute bursts. Maybe the check-in is 10 minutes with coffee on Saturday, and the sweep is 10 minutes while you're watching a show on Sunday. The goal is to fit the habit to your reality, not force your reality to fit a rigid schedule. Consistency over perfection, always.
That non-judgmental guidance is so crucial for sustainability.
We're trying to build muscles, not perform miracles.
All right, let's dive into habit number 6. Declutter and cash turn stuff into dollars. This is about converting unused possessions into actual cash that fuels your financial goals.
The goal here is twofold. Decluttering reduces stress and organization, but its primary purpose in this context is to create found cash for your money goals. This is not about a massive weeks-long purge. It's a dedicated once or twice a month block.
Walk us through the detailed 5-step process for turning clutter into currency efficiently.
Okay, step 1. Pick one small area. Resist the urge to tackle the garage.
Right.
Choose one drawer, one closet corner, or the corner where old electronics and chargers accumulate. Step 2. Choose 3 to 5 items. Focus on things you haven't used, don't love, or forgot you owned, outgrown clothes, duplicate kitchen gadgets, old tech. Step 3. Sort. Create 3 piles. Sell, donate, and trash or recycle. We focus solely on the sell pile during this block.
Step 4 is where we need to get specific on the execution listing them. Which platforms work best for minimal effort?
Efficiency is vital here. If you're selling clothing, Poshmark or Mercari are excellent for specific branded items, but they require time for shipping. If you're selling bulky items like furniture, electronics, or kitchen appliances, Facebook Marketplace is unbeatable because it involves local pickup, which eliminates the shipping headache.
That's a great tip.
Yeah, and take quick, clear photos in good natural light that increases the price dramatically, and write a simple, accurate description with key search terms. Don't overthink the price. Aim to sell it quickly for cash.
That detailed platform advice is highly practical. Now, the final crucial money rule, step 5.
Step 5. The money rule. All declutter money goes straight to savings or investing. If you sell an old pair of shoes for $40, that $40 does not become free money to be spent on lunch. You immediately transfer it to your emergency fund, your Roth IRA, or your debt payment account. You are ensuring that money created from past consumption funds future security.
That way, your old purchases are funding new progress. It's a virtuous cycle.
Exactly. You're converting dormant assets into working capital.
How did this look for Jordan in Atlanta, the client who is worried about an empty emergency fund?
Jordan was really stressed about having no cushion. They started dedicating 30 minutes every other Saturday to this process. In 3 months, Jordan sold old branded clothing on Poshmark, a few old video games, and a spare monitor on Marketplace. They generated $350 in found cash.
Wow.
And because of the rule, that $350 immediately went into a savings account, giving them their first real cushion. The psychological relief was massive, and the clutter was gone. This habit provides both financial momentum and mental clarity simultaneously.
It's a brilliant way to jumpstart that fund without having to aggressively cut essential living expenses.
It's leverage through optimization.
All right, we've covered 6 powerful, actionable habits. Our final weekend rich habit, number 7, is arguably the glue that holds everything together. Reflect, reset, and reward. Why is this ritual so critical for long-term adherence?
This habit is the conscious effort to stop the all-or-nothing cycle. We need to intentionally acknowledge our efforts and plan our course corrections. If you skip this, you treat success as an accident and failure as a reason to quit. This short ritual prevents burnout and ensures consistency.
Break down the 3 components of this ritual for the listener. When does this happen, and what should they ask themselves?
This should happen at the very end of your weekend, so Sunday night or maybe Monday morning. First, reflect. Take 5 minutes and ask, what went well with my money this week? Did I stick to the meal plan? Did I do the check-in? Did I resist an impulse purchase? And then ask, what felt hard or messy? Where did I get tripped up? Did I waste time on the future income block?
And this reflection provides the data for the next step, reset.
Exactly. Based on that data, you make one small adjustment for the coming week. If you reflected that you skipped the check-in because Saturday mornings were too busy, you reset by scheduling it for Sunday afternoon instead. If you realized you ordered takeout on Thursday because you were out of ingredients, you reset by adding one extra freezer meal to your plan for the coming Thursday. This is non-judgmental course correction based on reality.
And finally, reward. This is the part that often trips people up, turning a reward into self-sabotage. How do we ensure the reward is intentional and low cost?
The reward must be small, intentional, and not related to spending money that undoes your progress. The goal is training your brain to associate money habits with a positive feeling, pride, and relaxation. A good reward is a cozy movie night at home with a favorite snack you already owned, a long, leisurely walk, an hour reading a book, or intentionally savoring a cup of good coffee without rushing.
So not, I saved $15 by canceling Netflix, so I deserve to spend $50 on shoes.
Exactly. That is a self-sabotaging reward. We're celebrating the action, not granting a license for excess. We're building a positive psychological feedback loop. You want your brain to think. Showing up for my money feels calm, productive, and leads to a nice moment of self-care.
Let's zoom out and review all 7 habits briefly, showing the listener how they interlock to form this holistic, supportive system.
The system creates a gentle, supportive financial rhythm. Habit 1, the check-in, provides awareness. Habit 2, autopilot, installs systems for success. Habit 3, the sweep, stops the outflow of forgotten money.
Right.
Habit 4, meal planning, protects against emergency spending. Habit 5, future income, grows the top line of your wealth. Habit 6, declutter, creates found cash for instant goals. And Habit 7, reflect, reset, reward, ensures consistency and sustainability.
So the outcome is a weekend that truly rests you financially and mentally.
It creates a reality where your weekends are supporting your goals, not sabotaging them.
To make this absolutely concrete, let's quickly look at the diverse applications of these habits across 3 real profiles.
Profile 1, Sam, 26, single, focused on building a cushion in Phoenix. Sam is still social, but commits to low-friction habits. The 20-minute check-in every Sunday, the sweep done quarterly, and decluttering cash, which she uses once a month.
And the result for her?
Over 6 months, she successfully canceled $50 a month in unused subscriptions and sold $400 worth of clothing and electronics. This $700 of foundational money reduced her financial anxiety immediately. She achieved her goal without sacrificing her social life.
Simple, focused, and effective. Profile 2. Alicia and Mark married in their 30s, 2 young kids in Ohio. Their struggle is time and chaos.
So their approach is maximum efficiency. They use a 10-minute joint check-in on Sunday nights. They prioritize Habit 4, only planning 2 simple meals a week to eliminate drive-through temptation. And they strategically utilize Habit 5. They trade off the 1-hour future income block.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, Alicia takes the hour one Saturday, focused on certifications. Mark takes it the next, focusing on refining his freelance coding portfolio. After 6 months, they've drastically reduced expensive family takeout, and Alicia secured a small raise after using her hour to prep for the negotiation. They managed chaos by dividing and conquering.
Trading off that future income block is a fantastic strategy for partners with young children.
It allows for focused effort without sacrificing all family time. Profile 3. Diego, 32, an IT professional in Miami. He has a decent income, but wants to focus on wealth acceleration.
What's his focus?
He uses the check-in for awareness, focuses heavily on autopilot, so he's increasing his 401k contribution from 3% to 5% with every annual raise, and setting up automatic IRA contributions. And he dedicates his future income block to building out a freelance tech consulting profile. After a year, he sees a huge increase in his 401k because of automation and has a small, growing side income stream, all while continuing his social life.
In all three cases, the key was deliberate, small, consistent action on the weekend.
It was about using the off day to take control, not escape control.
Let's finalize this deep dive with the core truths for the listener to take away.
Okay, 1. Weekends either undo your financial progress or quietly build it. Implementing these habits flips that reality, making your free time a supporter of your goals. 2. You don't need a perfect restrictive budget to start. You need regular awareness, the check-in and simple systems, the autopilot.
Right.
3. Rich habits ensure that some part of your time and money is always working for future you, even when you're not paying attention. 4. Consistency beats intensity. Start microscopic. 10 or 15 minutes is genuinely enough to begin building the muscle. And 5. You deserve to feel proud of how you handle your money. These habits are the practical roadmap to building that feeling of calm control.
That message of starting small and consistently building momentum is so vital. Now, for everyone listening, I want to leave you with a simple, tangible challenge for this coming weekend. Forget all 7 habits for a moment.
Pick just 2. That is the challenge. Pick 2 habits to try once this weekend.
Let's look at the easiest possible combo for an immediate boost. Habit 1, do the 20-minute weekend money check-in coffee, calm music, just observing. And habit 3, do a subscription sweep and cancel at least one forgotten leak, then immediately redirect that saved money to your cushion.
Or, if you need future focus, try this pairing. Habit 4, plan and shop for 3 simple dinners this week to protect your budget. And habit 5, spend 1 hour on your future income block. That could be just updating your resume or researching one salary range in your field.
And remember, if time is scarce, micro versions are acceptable. A 10-minute check-in, a 30-minute income block. You are building the muscle of intentionality.
The goal is exposure and repetition, not exhaustion.
After you try those 2 small things, I encourage you to notice how you feel on Sunday night. Do you feel a little bit more in control? A tiny bit more prepared for Monday morning? Less of that nagging, where did my money go feeling? If the answer is positive, that's your sign. That feeling of competence is what you're chasing, and that's the signal to continue and build your stack next weekend.
Thank you so much. And please remember this. You are not bad with money just because your weekends have been financially chaotic. You are just human in a world designed to encourage constant, easy spending. You are absolutely allowed to start fresh this weekend with one tiny, focused habit.
And to you listening, thank you for spending your time with us today. If this deep dive helped you, share it with a friend who needs to turn their weekend regret into weekend-rich habits. Remember this. You don't need a perfect week to change your money. Sometimes you just need a slightly better weekend. Take a breath, enjoy your life, and give future you a little love by setting up your systems.